Becca woke up here this morning at about 3:30 with her water breaking.
Yeah, I woke up, I couldn't sleep all night. I was like hot and I was tossing and turning, which like isn't super abnormal, but I like just couldn't fall asleep, which is kind of weird because it had been hours. And I rolled over to my side and I like felt like water. And I was like, did I pee myself? And then I stood up and it was like a lot. So I called Nick. Nick has been in the field for like just over a week. But they let him stay because
I was supposed to be in the field for 3 weeks, but because of her, I was staying at the office.
Which is like 5 minutes from our house.
That's 10 minutes, but I made it in 5 minutes.
Oh.
But she calls me a little after 3:30, and like calls me twice. I pick up on the second ring because I'm knocked out, and I answer it, and she's like, "Hey, my water just broke like right off the rip," and I was just like, that kind of like woke me up real quick. So I was like,
well, we were like joking about it.
Yeah, literally the day prior.
Yeah.
We made we hadn't had the waterproof protector on the mattress for a while.
That was like,
and we put it on last night.
Freaking sidekick stuff. I was like, I need to put this on the bed just in case my water breaks. Like, I don't think it will.
Yeah, literally that night.
Yeah.
Not even like 6 hours later.
Yeah.
So yeah, jump
Which
in the
is
car.
exactly what we bought it for, like when I was pregnant with Maisie.
So we don't ruin the mattress. So jump in the car.
So if you don't have one of those.
Yeah, go get one. I ran home real quick from work, and then.
And I had like 2 contractions, like when he was driving. I was like kind of scared that it was like gonna happen fast or something, because last time I got induced with Maisie, so I had never really experienced like naturally happening. So I like was on the phone with him and stuff while he was driving. And Maisie was asleep, and I felt really guilty about waking her up.
She's fine though. She took another nap when we got here to Nashville.
Yeah.
So she's not super tired. And then she took a nap when my parents came and got her and took her back home.
I called my parents like immediately, and they were like, okay, we'll get on the road, because like with the way that with COVID stuff, you like can only have one person and you can't have your kids with you. So I knew that Nick would just be waiting around with Maisie until one of our parents got here. His parents ended up getting here quicker because they live a little bit closer.
Yep.
So they have Maisie at the house, and my parents got here and they're staying in Nashville about 2 minutes away at a hotel. Yeah, I had some like pretty good contractions for a while. I was having pretty good contractions. Well, okay, so when I got here, they like check to see if it's your water. They like do little tests to see if it's that, or like you could have potentially like peed yourself or something and just not known. I was pretty sure I didn't pee myself, and that came back positive. And I'm only 35 weeks, so it's pretty like crazy that it happened on its own. But they did that and then hooked me up. They gave me an IV. I had water for a really long time, and then they gave me penicillin because I'm not even far enough along for them to have done the strep B test. So they give you antibiotics as like a precaution. So I've gotten that. I got a steroid shot for her lungs and my hip. They're gonna do that again at 7. Right now it's 3:30. We've been here since like 5:30 in the morning.
It's gonna be a really, really long day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. So the doctor finally came in. He was like at a different office today, so we finally saw him. And it's my regular doctor, which is nice, because at Bach it's like kind of random. Whoever you see, it's just a random midwife, whoever's on call. But he said like we want her lungs to be developed as much as possible, so they're not gonna like help hurry it along right now. I'm pretty sure my contractions are like completely stalled right now. It's crazy. But they're not gonna hurry it along. They're just gonna wait, do the steroid shot, and then wait till the morning to see if anything's happening, and if it's not, then they'll do something. So this is gonna be a long process. Yeah.
There's Mama using her peanut ball.
It's working.
Yep, it's working.
The contractions are way worse, like way more contraction-y than like Braxton Hickey.
Contraction-y.
But my water also is like continuing to leak a lot ever since they started this. It's not that gross.
So yeah, update, it is 5:34. It looks like it's like 9 o'clock, but
It feels like it's 9 o'clock.
feels late, yeah, because we've been up all day. So since about 3:30 this morning. Feels late, looks late, not late. So got a long night ahead of us. Hopefully Mama can get some rest.
Not at this point. Unless I get that epidural, I might be able
Yeah.
to sleep if I get the
We'll see.
epidural.
Dad might try to get some rest, so you know.
No. You're not gonna leave me here alone.
No, I wouldn't leave. I got my little chair right there.
He was home yesterday and he napped with Maisie. I didn't nap. I barely slept last night because I was tossing and turning.
And then I went to bed at midnight because I was moving back from a night shift to a day shift. Got a solid 3 hours of sleep before Becca woke me up.
You know, we're gonna be doing this for like a couple months though,
Yep.
so.
Hitting that reset button with the sleep.
Pretty sad about that one. I'm making more.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?
Holland, yep.
You gotta get a little more pink, sis. We're just trying to make her nice and mad, just so she can work with that fluid and. Suey, baby girl. Oh, she's wide awake. Go get some pictures.
Get that.
They absolutely. Yeah, look at her being so alert. You gonna get in there, Dad, too? And we can get a picture with you?
Down to the nitty-gritty, then you need to like that.
So do you hear that?
Be back in a little bit.
Daddy can go see Maisie.
Yep, I'm gonna go see your big sister.
Okay, so it is like the next day after I had the baby. It's the next evening actually, so she's like, I don't even know. Okay, let me start all over. She was born at 6 o'clock on November 10th, and then it was like a whirlwind after that. I haven't updated you guys because it's just been a lot. Obviously I'm really tired, but I can't sleep. Like I'm not up for sleeping, I guess. Anyway, so she was born and she like cried right away. There's so much. I'm probably gonna do like a birth story, but she came out in like 2 contractions, which is like completely different than with Maisie, and she cried right away and I was really happy about that. And then the NICU team was like alerted because 35 weeks is premature. Not like extremely, but I mean full term is 37, and then so anything before 37 is premature. I feel like I'm still kind of like taking it in, but she's up in the NICU. She was having some trouble with her breathing, just like, you know, she was having some retractions, and grunting, which just means that she's uncomfortable and not like struggling. And so she was up on oxygen. She has a feeding tube. She's under phototherapy lights now because of her bilirubin test. She had a little bit of jaundice. But overall, she looks like a healthy, strong little girl. Like, she's getting stronger and stronger every time we see her, so that's like amazing. She's beautiful. It's amazing. Like, it's so amazing to have a baby, and like, you just love her right away. Like, I know that's how it works, but it's crazy. Kind of had a weird day. Like, I'm very, very happy that she's healthy, but it's hard to be away from her. And like, yeah, this whole pregnancy, I didn't like talk about it that much. I didn't vlog throughout it, but I really thought that this pregnancy and this birth, especially the birth and like the postpartum, would be very healing for me after what happened with Maisie. And the birth, I will say, the labor and delivery it was a very healing experience, as far as like, that was pretty much a dream labor and delivery for me, despite the fact that she was early. But yeah, I just thought I would have my baby and she would stay with me, and it would be like 2 days in the hospital and then we go home and we see her sister. But it's not looking like that, because now that she's in the NICU, even though she is healthy, she does have to pass all of their tests, and that's just how it goes. And yeah, so she might be in the NICU for a couple weeks. She's beautiful and she's healthy, and I'm so lucky to be a mama of 2 little girls, and I am just so excited to like get her home, but also like to get home to Maisie. So my heart is very much in 2 places right now. Like, it's with Maisie at home, even though she's in really good hands with her grandparents. It's like one less thing that I'm worrying about, but I have 2 babies and neither of them are with me, so that's really hard. And I know it's not my fault, and I know that both things that happened were just like completely just like out of my control. Like with Maisie, she had a brain bleed and she had to go to the NICU, and that was completely out of my control. Holly's water broke on its own, and that was completely out of my control. So yeah, wild. She's healthy, but she's early. So Nick is going to crumble cookies. He can pick us up some cookies, and we're gonna go up and feed the baby. Even though we can't like hold her every time, we can be there for her diaper change and feeds. So we will be there for that.